I hope you're getting some May sunshine and surrounded by people you love. I really wanted to film this video this week because I am in the midst of finals, so I am definitely very overwhelmed, and I wanted to take this time to reflect a little bit about things that I do that help me kind of balance out feeling overwhelmed, both in the moment and just long term. Before we get into it, I want to normalize this feeling. It's okay to feel overwhelmed regardless of the situation. You can feel overwhelmed for no reason at all. Everyone feels this way. Your friends feel this way, your siblings feel this way, your gurus, being Michelle Obama, everybody has times that they feel overwhelmed, and that's okay. And I hope to kind of help you redirect this feeling of overwhelmed to something that will serve you instead of something that will hold you back. Number one is organize your mind and take a deep breath. I know this can seem silly or light, but the thing is that life is about little things, little moments. Sometimes we forget the little things because they seem so obvious, but when we integrate them, we really see the difference. Like when you take that deep breath, you instantly feel more calm. Next, I want to tell you guys something that I've recently been doing that's helping me a lot. So usually when I feel overwhelmed, if I close my eyes, I see like a library with all the books on the ground. It's a total mess. So what I like to do is visualize different files. So like there's one for work, one for friends and family, one for deadlines, one for self-love. You can make whatever files you want. And then start visualizing all the tasks you have to do and all the different elements within the different files. Go from being into the floor back into the bookshelves and the files where they belong. This just kind of helps me start to figure out my shit, so then I can kind of be at ease and say, okay, we got this. Self-love and comfort yourself. In this time when you're feeling so overwhelmed, treat yourself as you would treat a friend. You know, put on cozy clothes, eat some yummy food, maybe get under the covers, make yourself feel physically and mentally comfortable. Call a friend, watch a movie. I know when you're feeling overwhelmed, you feel like I have so much stuff to do, I don't have time to even change into something comfortable, I need to go. But the thing is that unless you listen to what your body's telling you to do, you're not going to be able to go as much as you'd like. So you really have to take a step back and do some things for you so that you can fill your cup to fill out not only other people's cups, but all of the things you have to do. Show gratitude to yourself and what's surrounding you. The reason why this helps so much is because negative thoughts just tend to be more intrusive, right? When we think about something negative, it resonates and sticks way more than something positive. And so what I kind of like to do to balance this out is when I get a negative thought, like, yikes, I really have to do good on this exam because I did terrible on that exam. Yeah, maybe that's true, but that's not going to help me in any way to do better in the next exam. So I like to say, okay, but you did well on a bunch of other assignments, and you're working so hard, you took amazing notes in the lecture. Do you see what I mean? So then you can kind of like level out and surpass that negative thought. That's something that's helped me a lot. Also, remember what you wanted, what you once have. I really wish that we would normalize celebrating when we do amazing things. So I'm taking this moment, whatever popped into your mind for you when I said that, congrats, you did it. I'm celebrating you. Please celebrate yourself too. And then when it comes to feeling gratitude for your surroundings, like your friends, but even like focusing a little extra when the sun shines through the window as you're studying or on your computer, just being like, wow, that is really so nice. Or when you're walking outside and you walk past some flowers, just stopping and saying, wow, those are some nice flowers. It really makes a big difference. Be gentle on yourself. Doing your best does not mean working yourself to a mental breakdown. Okay, you've done a lot. You are going through so much already just because we are in a global pandemic. I'm sure you have all your own things, and there's so much stress consistently going around us, whether it's what society is saying, what they're telling us to do, politics, there's so much, plus all the productivity you need to do. It's a lot. And it's okay that sometimes and some days you need to just relax. Be gentle on yourself. It's okay. Stopping the spiral. I don't know about you, but something that I always do when I feel overwhelmed, like let's say I get a bad grade or something like that, I go, oh, well, this is bad, and this is bad, this is bad, and this is bad. And then I just spiral and I start ruminating and getting upset over things that I didn't even know I was upset about. But it just makes you feel so overwhelmed and tense and tight, and you can't do anything that you want to do at that point, and you feel just so horrible. So what I like to do for that is, the best is like calling someone and talking to them about that, or seeing someone. I know personally I really struggle with kind of hermiting when I feel sad or overwhelmed, which is something I'm working on, but it's still really hard for me. So when I'm not feeling like I can talk to someone, I like to write down everything I'm feeling, and this really helps kind of project out there and mirror back to what is actually important and what isn't. So you're kind of easing the overwhelmness feeling by really seeing those things that you actually are overwhelmed about, you know? Because there's a lot of side things that as you spiral, you start thinking you're overwhelmed about, but really you're not. So putting it out there, mirroring it back is very helpful. Spend time with people that make you feel like sunshine. People are such a gift. Like when I think about the amazing, wonderful people that I have in my life now or that I've met in my past, I just feel so abundant and grateful for all of them. Honestly, even the ones who did me wrong, they taught me some pretty big lessons. But really, when you're in the state of overwhelm, think about the people you really trust, you really feel close to, and reach out to them. I know it's hard. Me and you both, we can work on it together. But it really is so helpful. They want to be there for you, just like you'd want them to reach out to you. And the best, of course, is if you can go to them, you can talk to them about what's happening. But I also completely understand if you're in a space where that's just not possible. I know I feel that sometimes. So even just calling a friend and saying, hey, can we study together? Or hey, can we go on a walk? And you don't have to mention what you're overwhelmed, what you're stressed about if you don't want to. Just having their presence there can be so helpful and just remind you that you are loved, you are cared for, you are worthy, and can be super helpful. Also, if you do choose to open up, remember that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can also tell someone, I'm feeling kind of overwhelmed right now. I don't really want to talk about it, but I just want to let you know that's how I'm feeling. And that can also make that person feel like you trust them and that you trust them to help and be there for you. So it can be a beautiful exchange for the both of you. Now I want to go a little bit more into things that you can do to keep yourself from getting overwhelmed in the long run. These next few tips are really things that have completely changed my life, and I guarantee will have a very positive impact in your life once you start integrating them. Redefining success. In our society, success is so tied to numbers. How much money you earn, how old you are when you achieve a certain thing, what size pants you wear. Literally everything is just about numbers. So let's just throw that out the window for a second and start together with a new definition of success. There's this quote that I recently read by Maya Angelou, and I think it describes success the most beautiful way ever. The quote is, success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. I'm going to say it one more time. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Things take time. You're in the process right now to achieving whatever form of success is right for you, but it takes time. Your success does not depend or compare to anybody else's success. It's just yours. Zoom into yourself and find out what success means for you. Redefine productivity. It seems like now productivity is being defined as working until you absolutely cannot anymore, which is just unproductive. Imagine you have a car and you're going on a road trip, right? Would you ever drive this car in the highway on your road trip without any gas? No. And wouldn't you say that the act of putting the gas in the tank is just as important as when the car is on the highway? Yeah. And the same goes for us. Sometimes getting a little extra sleep, having a mental health day, checking out for a bit, that is what's going to be most productive. We also need gas, we need our rest time, and we can't run on empty fuel. Otherwise, we're going to break down on the highway just like the cars. The self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh my goodness, this one has changed my life so much. Basically, the self-fulfilling prophecy is you attract into your life what you think the outcome will be. And honestly, this isn't really a woo-woo term. This is something scientific as well, something that we learn about when we study psychology. And a really easy example of this would be, let's say I want to open a restaurant. So I can go into this being like, the restaurant's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna have good workers. I'm not gonna find the right place. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be overworked. And all those things will probably come true because you're going to attract those kinds of workers. You're probably not gonna put as much effort in. Let's say like you get a no, then you say, well, it just is the way it is. You're probably going to be overworked because that's what you're telling yourself. You're probably not gonna make that much money because that's what you're telling yourself. And that's what you're telling the clients and the employees and everything, even if you do it unconsciously. So your business will probably fail. But if you go in saying, this is gonna be amazing, the menu's gonna be great, the employees are gonna be amazing, it's going to be such a welcoming space that people are want to go into, and the environment is just going to be wonderful. You're gonna work towards that goal with your employees, with the food you serve, all of it. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So once you really take this and use it to your advantage, you will see it's insane how many things will shift and adjust. The last thing that I want to leave you guys with is, please, after you finish this video tonight, when you have a moment, do something that makes you feel good. Call a friend, watch a movie, masturbate, whatever makes you feel good. Just do something for you. Take this time completely for you. Block out what you have to do. Block out all the shoulds and musts and just do something for you. Recharge a little bit. You are so deserving of it. The light in me sees light in you, and I hope that you have a good rest of your week. I hope these little tips helped you. Please feel free to write in the comments below some other tools and tips that you've found that have helped you. I'd love to know them. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Ciao.
Hours are perfect for fairies to live in.
Yeah, because see, it's like, if you go like, if they're a little tilted, then the fairies can build their little home. And then the petals are perfect for sleeping. They're perfect little beds.
You know, Frenchie, sometimes I think you're a fairy.